Real ones, I swear to you, I have not been diagnosed with hypertension. It runs in my family, okay? My mother has it, my grandmother had it, both of my sisters got it, okay? It runs in my family, but I have not been diagnosed with hypertension, aka high blood pressure. But by the end of this basketball season, I might have it. I just might have it officially. Fooling around with them Jackson State Tigers. And I'm talking about them men. Okay? D Dynasty, we had one little hiccup. Okay? But outside of that, they doing what they do. But these men, Coach Mo, I'm gonna be getting it. If I get diagnosed with high blood pressure, Coach Mo, you better let me get my prescriptions filled off of your insurance. Cause y'all taking me down through it. So we gotta talk about it. Gotta talk about it. But before we do, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to hit that button. You understand? I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. You understand? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. As I said, become an official member. You know, to join the channel, become one of the realest ones. And feel free to hit that Cashapp. Anything you give goes back into the business as we continue our goal to become the Amazon, the Walmart of black culture. You feel me? But like I said, Jackson State University men, they running my blood pressure up, y'all. Okay. We won a nail biter last Monday, okay, on the 23rd against FAMU, 59-58. Okay. We end up falling to Grambling on that Saturday. All right, on the 28th. All right, but thankfully I was able to be in the building for that home game versus FAMU. High blood pressure boys. They want to live up to that name. They are going to live up to that name. Okay. First half, FAMU outscored us. Okay, 30-28. Second half, we outscored them by 3. And there you have it. Won the game 59-58. Okay. In this game, my favorite player on the men's side came through. And I told y'all, I said, this man here is not going to cheat you. This man here going to bring his lunch pail and his hard hat. He coming to work. I said a lot of the stuff he doesn't show up in the stat sheet. And he said, hold on now, first. I can put some in that stat sheet if you need me to. And he gave me 17 points to lead the way versus FAMU. And led the way in rebounding with 10 boards. Now, as I said in the women's segment, for those of y'all that watch all of the segments and put it on some, including my NBA coverage, thank you, by the way. Y'all already know then that I don't give a fuck about boards, about rebounds in the NBA, not defensive boards. The way to get a defensive board in the NBA is just be down there. That's all you gotta do. Just be down there. Because everybody's sprinting back on defense, man. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody's really attacking the offensive glass like that. It ain't like that in college basketball. You want a boy, you better put your ass on somebody. Zeke led the way with 10 boards. So he had a double-double, man. 6 of 7 shooting. Very efficient. 5 of 8 from the line. We needed all that. We needed all of it. Okay? Came down to a free throw. All right, they had to go review it. Went in our favor. Made the free throw. Got the dub. That was the game. And let me not fail to mention that it was Mr. Cook that made that free throw. Okay. So led the team in scoring in this game. Led the team in rebounding. Had the game winning free throw. Hell of a night for Mr. Cook. Okay. Coulter Young was second in scoring in this game with 11 points. 2 for 12 from the field, though. Y'all know this is the shooter. 2 for 8 from Trey Ball. That's 25%. You know, you want your Trey Ball shooters. Excellent is in that 40% range, okay? But you want them in that, 35%. You know what I'm saying? At least. So he getting the looks. Some looks were better than others. But we want to get more consistency out of Culture from the tray ball. Okay. Chase Adams was 4 of 6 for 10 points and 3 assists. All right. Ken Evans had 9 points on 3 of 10 shooting. 3 boards to go along with that. Mr. Mansell had 4 points and 5 boards. Trace Young had 7 points, over 6 from the field. But he was 70% from the line, 7 out of 10. Okay. And like I said, we needed all of that. And Mr. Johnson chipped in with 1 point. Okay. That's that big old boy. That's a big scam. And he played some decent defense on a few possessions, you know, got the crowd energized to see him out there doing that. You feel me? So this undoubtedly was a nail biter for FAMU. Their leading scores were Mr. Tillman with 13, Mr. Bates with 12, and Mr. Noah Marin. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name, Young King, with 11. Okay. But they tried to steal one from us in the AAC. Thankfully, we didn't let that happen. But when it came to Grambling, that's one of them games I had been worried about all year long. Okay. Because in the non-conference schedule, Grambling was doing some of the things that our women were doing. They would go over there knocking off some of these PWI. You know, they knocked off some Power 5 PWI, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Or at least one of them, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I know they got one they had. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. They knocked off Colorado 83-74. They knocked off UTSA 75-55. That UTSA is not a Power 5, okay, but they won them Group of 5 joints. You feel me? They knocked off Vanderbilt out of the SEC 64-62. Okay, so shit, them motherfuckers had a good non-conference run. So I knew when we saw them, you know, it was gonna be rough. But we played better than I even thought we were. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna play hard. You know, we gonna play hard. So, you know, we lost 78-66. And really, it was that first half. We got down by 10 points in that first half. We only lost the second half by 2 points. You know what I'm talking about? Leading scores in this game for us with Chase Adams. He had 13. Also, and Chase had 7 assists to go with that too. Okay, I like that little point guard shifty. Okay, good handle on him. Zeke had another 13 points in this. Okay, again, I think Zeke said, man, stop saying that shit that I can't put nothing in the stat book. I'm sorry, Zeke. I just value the energy and everything else you were doing. Okay, you said fuck that. Watch this. Okay. But he had 13 and 6. Colty had 9 points on 3 of 10 shooting for tray ball. Okay, that's better than the 25% from the FAMU game, but still ain't up there in that 35% range. Okay, we want that. You know, he took 11 total shots, 10 of them were threes. I think Colty can do more than just shoot those threes too. He seems athletic. I saw him in had to be the FAMU game. He came down, he got a steal, came down on the break, made a spin move, either got fouled or made the layup. I can't remember that part, but you know what I'm saying? You know, stout kid, you know, there's some other parts to his game I think he can explore other than just shooting the three. Because I know they playing him for that. They trying to run him off that 3-point line. You feel me? But Mr. Mansell, he had 7 points, 2 boards in this game. Trace Young had 6 points, 8 boards. Mr. Johnson had 8 points, 5 boards. Mr. Hunt had 6 points, 3 dimes, 5 boards. Jamarcus Jones had 4 points and 2 boards to round things out. On Grambling side of things, their leading scorer was Mr. Kristen. He led them with 17 points. That was followed by Mr. Cotton with 13 points, and that was followed by Mr. Coward, okay, with 10 points. And also they had Mr. Muriel with 10 points as well, okay. So Grambling got a solid-ass team. All right. Currently, they are 13-7 overall, 7-0 at home. You know, that's something that they were talking about leading into the game. You know, right before they started the game. They were talking about that. So 6-2 in the conference right now. With all that put together, I knew that was gonna be a rough one. But I do think we played admirably given the situation. Good team on the road, you hold things in the road in the second half, but you can't let it get too far away from you. Especially when you don't have that kind of offensive firepower to try to storm back like that. Like I said, we only got really one shooter from the outside, and he hasn't really been on himself. So you can't get down that much like that and expect to come back, especially on the road. Before I end this segment, I do want to shout out HBCU Go. It was a great telecast, great broadcast. To they doing an amazing job covering all these schools. To myself, want to do a quick shout out to them. All right, put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?